Hey, Scott from MyGrowthRings.com here, and hope you're enjoying the holiday weekend. This is just going to be a brief video. I wanted to touch base with you once again on the little tool that I like to call the Shopsmith Toolbox. This is a 5/32 hex wrench. It might be an Allen wrench, depending upon who made it, but for sure, that's a 5/32 Allen wrench. And we use this all over the Shopsmith Mark V and the accessories. We install and remove saw blades, drill chucks, you name it. Since that last video, there have been a lot of comments and folks asking me, hey, do you like this one? Do you like that one? So I thought I'd go ahead and address this one more again. This is one that Shopsmith used to sell, and I like it a lot. It's got a lot of weight to it, which makes it great for spinning things on and off. But it actually does enable me to over tighten sometimes. So I bought a smaller version of this that I showed in the original video that I actually prefer to this one. It just happens to be over in my shop. I've used this one quite a bit, and I don't mind this one, but there have been times where you've really needed to get a lot of pressure on something, and it just feels weird. It gives when you're twisting it. So it's my least favorite of the ones I have here in the garage, but it's all right. So I got two new ones here. This is one, if you have seen Adam Savage's video, he talks about his love for this one. Notice that this happens to be a ball end driver. Ball end drivers are good and bad. They're good because you can get into a set screw at a bit of an angle if that's necessary. The bad thing is you can get in at a bit of an angle, and so you want to be sure when you can that you're going in perfectly straight. I had the wrong wrench in my hand. You're going in perfectly straight as you're tightening, because you can damage that recess in the head of the set screw. Interesting thing about this, it was a 2-pack on Amazon for less than 10 bucks. So that's a great value. And I've used ball end drivers before. I just haven't used this one. But if it's good enough for Adam Savage, probably pretty good. And then the other one that I saw on Amazon was this one right here. And what I saw was somebody put these on Amazon and they superimposed over the Shopsmith 5/32 wrench. Okay, and they were charging some price that seemed unreasonable to me. It was like, I don't know, $13, $14. I did a little Googling, found out that this is made by Klein. And if you look up the part number on Amazon, you can get this for a third of the price of what that guy was selling it for. So I will put that down below. I'll put the links to all these. Yes, they are affiliate links. It doesn't cost you any more to click on them, but just be aware those are affiliate links. All of these have one thing in common. They're all about 9 inches long. And that's really handy, especially when tightening the set screw on a saw arbor, because you want to make sure your hand is clear of that saw blade. I've got a scar. You can see it right there on my hand. Okay, I got 2 parallel marks. That was from a saw blade on a Shopsmith while messing around with the wrenches to get the blade tight. I am very careful now with my saw blades, and I don't like having my hands any closer to them than I have to. The one thing I like about this shape, and I have no experience with it yet at all, but it's a hardened steel, and we know Klein. They make a lot of tools primarily for the trades, but for the electrical trade. If you go into your local Lowe's and you wander to where the tools are in the electrical department, a lot of them are made by Klein. What I like about this is it has that right angle drive over here. And with the standard Shopsmith toolbox, just the bent kind of L-shaped one that we got with our machine, there are times where I like to use that end and get a little additional leverage on it. And I can't do that with any of these that I've shown you. So I don't know. I think maybe this one's going to earn a place in my heart. All of these, though, have the advantage of the shank goes up into the handle without having a very big plastic part right here. If you've looked at the Harbor Freight ones, for example, which can be a great value if you just need to get a set. The Harbor Freight ones, though, have a very large T-shaped plastic handle, and they can be uncomfortable when you pass them through your hand like that. So I encourage you to have a set of those, but you're not going to like them as well, and they're not long enough for use on your Shopsmith. So give me your comments. If you can think of a better one, offer it up below, and we'll see you midweek, and I'll answer your questions, comments, and cheap shots on the next episode of Stumped Q&A. All right, enjoy the weekend.